good afternoon, or whatever it is where you're at. We are live. Okay. We'll get in here and see who's going to join us this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. Right now there's nobody here. So hopefully we have a few people come in. And once you get in here, please comment. Please say hello, because I want to cover a lot of things today. The sooner we get started, the better. So I'll just kind of wait here, see what's coming up. Meanwhile, I can get things going, get ready to go. Start right here. Okay. Just kind of checking things out there. We got 2 people on at the moment, and we'll wait for a couple more people to come on. Please join in and say hello. Hey, Eric. I sent that off this morning to you, so you should be getting your sticker in a few days, depending on how slow the mail service is, but sometime next week, I'm assuming. And speaking of stickers, you'll see that I've got some really nice ones right here. And I'll be showing those off in just a second. I just want to wait for a few more people to get in here and say hi, and then we'll get started. Does that sound good? Eric, do I have you set up as a double check here. Let's see. You have a stack of them to do, huh? Okay. Eric, do I have you listed as a moderator? I think I do. Out. Let's see. You are sitting. Okay. Hey, Tim. I know that Jim at Soldier Farms was doing a live kind of impromptu. I don't know if he knew that he was running over into mine, but mine was already scheduled, so I had no way of avoiding starting. I had to start, because if I didn't, we'd have all sorts of problems. So. Anyway, so yeah, thanks you guys for coming in, and we'll just get started here, and hopefully you guys can join us after Jim's done, okay? So Ryan from 77 Rockets sent me these 3 really cool stickers. I'm going to kind of put them up close here so you can see them. And I got to choose to pick one of these and put them on my refrigerator. So tell me if you like that. I'm going to number these. I'll say this is number 1. And say this is number 2, so you can see them side by side. So this is 2, this is 1, and then the black one here, this is number 3. So it's 77 Rockets. I kind of like the black one, but you guys tell me which one do you like the best, 1, 2, or 3? Oh, you'll have Vinny's live to come over. Oh, wow, that's I appreciate that, guys, and you know, certainly, you know, if you want to go back and watch theirs, I'm going to be on for a while, so if you want to catch up, you can do both. Okay, but which one? I see vote for 3 and 1 or 3. Okay, I'm going to need another. Anybody else? Somebody said definitely 2. Woody, you said definitely 2. So we got 1, 2, and 3. I'm thinking 3, but I think it just looks really cool and different than the other ones up on the refrigerator. So, and I've got a spare, which is kind of cool. So, I think I'm going to go with 3. Oh, okay. He's been on for an hour, so okay. So these other guys are already finishing up, so that's good. I hope open up. Everyone's not just tired of watching videos, because I think we got a couple good things today. So I'm gonna go put this on next to LJ Woodworks. There, we got Ryan's up there. He gave me a few of these the other day when we went out to cut up that sycamore tree, and unfortunately we couldn't get the chainsaw to work properly, so it really wasn't much of a cutting. But that's okay. We got some sycamore off there, and the one that I turned a couple weeks ago, green, and I had so much water in it, it was wobbling the lathe. I have been drying that in a microwave. It's still holding a considerable amount of water even after all this time. Yeah, Ryan next to Todd. Yeah, there you go. We got LJ Woodworks, and we still got the Whacking Shack right here. Mike has been doing a great job of letting people know about my life. And I got some important news to tell you guys today. We are only 5 subs away as of today. We're only 5 subs away from 5,000. So all I need is for 5 people on here, or 6 at least, to subscribe today. So if you're watching, please subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and it gets us over the 5,000 mark, which would really be great. I'm sorry, let me put my mic on here. I know I'm talking at a distance, so there. Now you can probably hear me a little bit better. There. So yeah, if we can get 5 more subs today, that would be terrific. So I really appreciate that. Okay, I don't want to belabor it anymore, but lots to cover. If you remember last week, I was turning these pieces, and you can see what's happened to them a little bit since then. We got a little bit of a line here, but nothing dramatic, because these are all dried wood pieces. But I wanted to continue and get these other ones, and I want to make a different design for each one. So I'm thinking about this one, maybe making it a little bit more of a curvature like this, curving out. But to do that, we got to first get it. We got to get it round. So let's go to getting it round. And I'm going to show you a couple other little tips along the way too today. So I think this will actually be some fun. There's going to be some new stuff in here that you haven't seen. So, or at least you haven't seen from me. You know what? It'd be better if I put my mask on. So, I'm going to put my trend mask on today, just to be different. Okay, and hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay. Well, welcome in everybody, and please hit that like button. I'd like to get up to 100 likes today if you can. Along with the subs we're trying to get. We'd like to get to 100 likes. I know we're not going to get up like Whacking Shack, we might got like almost 500 likes or something like that, or 400 likes. Kind of curved over. And I got a little chunk right there I got to take out. Okay. got, yeah, that looks pretty good. You gotta have it like a tire going on here. Oh, we got that again. Well, we'll fill that in now or later. These little plugs, they don't stay in, they get knocked out. These plugs are from the, well, they were used to hold the two pieces of the boards together in the table. That's what they were for. And more glue in there. Almost don't have enough dusty wood to fill it up yet. A little more glue up there. And a little more fine dust on top of that. That should be a little overpacked. We'll just kind of leave that for a moment. Let it dry itself in there. It'll be just fine. Okay, so we got the curve on this one. Well, we gotta go. Hey, Mr. Wilson, how you doing? I am. Well, if you say I did, I know I needed 5 more subs. So if you say I did, then I did, and that's great, guys. And we'll have to have a little celebration for that. What always happens after you do a live is that YouTube goes back and looks at some of the people who have liked and subscribed to you and erases them along the way, which is always a little disheartening. You usually don't see it for 24 to 48 hours, and then they just all of a sudden disappear. And that's kind of like, oh crap, you know. Okay. So let's, this is nice and flat. I don't have to worry about that. I just need to worry about where I'm going to put my, there's the center. I'll talk about here. Okay. I got my 1/8 inch depth. Oh, wrong one. Gotta grab the right one. Here. Okay, there we go. That should be nice and clean. There we go. That finish that they put on these tables, kind of a lacquer finish that's really hard to get off first. Gotta go a little bit deeper. Bumpy here. This little bump right here just doesn't want to come off. So let me try this. Do a little more direct. The skew is just a little too subtle. There we go. That's nice. That's very nice. Okay. Now we can remake that. And then just a little bit deeper. Try the chuck one there. Really good. Right in there. Alright. Just a slight bit. Just a slight bit. Yep, fits in there just fine. Okay, good. Alright. I just want to smooth out this outside just a little bit and we'll sand it and we'll turn it around. It'll be that quick. It should be just about dry enough now. Let's try that. I'm just barely letting this glide along here. Barely touching, just do little bitty pieces. And it's a little rough right in there. Okay. Okay, we'll do that. We'll get the rest of it, I think, with some sandpaper here, and we'll be able to take that out. Turn that up. Turn that on the dust collector. Hi everybody out there. I'm sorry. Hey Jim, thanks for coming in. Coming in 4144. Well, I do encourage everybody to check over Soldier Farm. Jim's been doing a lot of really cool things, including fixing up his shop. So if you haven't watched Soldier Farm, you really should. Check all these guys out, Tim and Wilson and Judy Gaines, all of the guys. Hey Norm, how you doing, Norm? Good to see 47 people. You're good. Yeah, we were shooting for 5,000 subs today. We were about 5 short coming in, so we'll see how it goes. If you're not a subscriber, please do. And we're going to have a little giveaway next week, I think. Celebrate 5,000. The only people that are subscribers will be eligible. Tire right now. Yeah. Last one, and this just real quick. This is kind of go all the in green. So, you stuck at 200. Well, it takes time. It really does. Trust me, I should know. It took me about let's see, April is when I started of 24, so or 25. I mean, April 25 to now. So about a year and a half or so to get here. And getting to 4,000 was fine, but then the 4,000 to 5,000 was a real grind. So you just hit pockets, it goes up and down. Like right now, we got 49 people in here. Mike's getting 400 people in on his right now, and it just goes up and down. I mean, at one point I had a video that I did 200,000 people were watching over the course of 2 or 3 hours. So it just you never know. Okay. So the other ones I have finished with the beeswax. I'm going to try and use a little bit of this this polish I've been working on. It's more of a friction polish. I don't know how it will work on this. We will see. I want to kind of get it started on here first before we turn up the speed on it. You saw me, if you watched the other day, you saw me trying this out a little bit, and then I did a little experiment yesterday with some. And I think I got the formula pretty well down. It's got pumice in it, very fine grain. It's what they call facial quality pumice, for like exfoliating skin. It's very, very fine. It's almost a dust. And what that does is that helps just shine it up to another level. Plus the 3 different oils that I got. No, 4. Let's see. 4 different oils that I have in the mix with beeswax. So we're just gonna move on here, just to see what we can get out of it. Okay, so you're kind of experimenting along with me here. I think I got the formula just about right for the finish, for the friction polish. Then we have to do a finish polish to go on top of it, but this is the friction polish, and I think it'll work pretty well. Okay, got that on. Smells great because it has orange oil in it, among other things. Or citrus oil, you can use orange oil, whatever fits your fancy, I guess. Just want to work that into the wood. I'll go over and use the shoot method. I'll get a piece of a paper towel. Like from the whacking shack and the shoots, we're using the paper towel. I kind of got away from using the paper towel system. I like using cloth better, but let's give it a little try. So you can see there's still some coming off of here. So it's still doing its job. Starting to get a nice buff shine on it. I can see my reflection in this. It's kind of cool. Okay, let's kick it up a little bit faster. Just like it clean. You always want to switch to a clean spot on your towel. Otherwise you're just wiping the same dirty waxy part on there. Okay, let's take a look. Well, I gotta say, that is a really satiny smooth finish. That pumice just gives it an extra level, and that's what I found the other day too. That pumice just gives it an extra fine feel. There's no oily feel afterwards or anything. It just feels really, really nice. When it melts your fingerprints, it's ready. Yeah. No, you don't need to necessarily do that. You do want to kind of, the idea of the friction is the wax is kind of too melted on here a little bit, but this has mine has some oils in it that I want to penetrate the wood, because I think it also helps over the long term strengthen the wood, not just cover the surface. So I'm not just trying to melt something onto the surface, I'm trying to embed it into the wood. So that's kind of the idea behind mine. But I gotta say, that pumice just really makes an extra level of smooth. Oh, I just love that. Yeah. Like smooth, like a brand new skin or something. Okay, you can see, even at this stage, it has a pretty nice hue. It's not gloss, of course. It's not gloss. I didn't want gloss, but it's very nice. Take these off. Off of there. on. And yeah, I yes, I was enjoying it just a little bit too much. You're right. Yeah. You take your simple pleasures where you can get them at a certain age in life, you know. Perfect. We're on there. We're really good. Okay. Tighten it down. Drive the pressing out. Okay, now we're going to go to the inside of this thing. This one has some stress cracks to it that I've noticed. Like right in here. Just the way the wood is, I guess, over the years. But it did get some stress cracks. Okay. Make sure you're still hitting that like button. We want to get to 100 likes today if we can. And let's go on the inside of this and see if we can make a curved wall here on the inside. Let's see how close we are to finding. Pretty close. Okay. I need to lower my lift a little bit there. There we go. Now Mike did this with his big cherry bowl yesterday on the whacking check. If you haven't seen it, you should go back and watch that video. He had a monster bowl. I think he said it originally weighed about 40 pounds. And it's a block of wood. And I don't have all the fancy tools that Mike has now. Mike will tell you that I was his mentor. And there comes a time for every teacher where they say the teacher needs to learn from the students, right? Or we need to push each other. So I think now Mike is starting to push each other a little bit. And that's good. I was never really Mike's mentor. I just didn't want to see him hurt himself. And that Franken lathe was interesting, right? Thank you, Jim. And by the way, Jim, even though I was only in there for a few minutes, I did hit the like button on yours, so. really trim some nice curly stuff. Whew, that's really burning up some, really getting hot. And we're getting a lot of friction. Check everything, make sure my pinning's still on there strong. Clean the area up just a little bit. What do you guys do with the rest of your shavings? What kind of wood is it? This is a tabletop. This is basically just wood that was glued together to make a tabletop, and I find these all over the place and I grab them. I don't think it's maple. I think it's a hardwood. It could be any number of things, but it's just the kind of, when you go to like a Target or someplace and you buy a table that has the wood pieces that are like 3 or 4 pieces to make a tabletop, that's what it is. It's not pine. It's harder than that. It almost has a little bit like an oak, but I'm not sure it's an oak either. It could be a cheap maple of some sort. It's certainly not a curly maple or anything like that in there. What I'm trying to see if I can do is, can I do this and gouge this out with just a gouge? Probably not. Probably not. Is that what you're working on, soldiers from Adirondack? I always thought Adirondack chairs look really cool, but I got one problem with them. They're hard to get out. All your weight is to the back, and when you're trying to use your legs to push forward to get up, you better use a lot of upper arm strength to get out of there. And as you get older, that's a little harder to do. So I'm trying to do this carefully. I may not be able to do it, but I wanted to see, can you get back in there with your gouge? We're not using a gooseneck or something like that, you know. Whew, that is hot. Whoa, that is almost ready to start a fire. It's like rubbing little Boy Scout sticks together or something. You might need to change gouges here in a minute. Or sharpen. Okay. Now we're starting to make some space now. Now, so far, it feels like I'm going in, but actually I'm only just barely, I'm just barely in here. So, I probably will need to use the gooseneck at some point. Boom! I just don't seem to be able to get in there. We'll do that. Yeah. Trying to get this cleaned out. Oh, I got that little chip right there. Okay. Well, I can clean that up. Right there where that knot is. So. Whoa, come on. Oh, that's cool. You put them in your smoker, that's good. It is a little catchy. Remember, I'm dealing with 3 or 4 pieces of wood that are glued together, so at any point I could hit a glue joint area. So that's also why I kind of wanted to do it. I wanted to see, you know, how these turn. Make sure that nothing was kind of loose on this top. If you start to see that wiggling a little bit more or something, it kind of gives you an idea. I'm going to kind of get some of this out of the way. See, all this goes into my garden or around my flower beds and stuff, so it doesn't get wasted. Very little of it goes out to the street, to the city. And if it does, it goes in the green container with the lawn stuff. But yeah, not that I'm a tree hugger or anything like that, but I don't turn down free compost either. Okay, that's starting to make a little bit of noise here. Ah, that's why. We're down near the bottom. We are just about where I thought we were. Okay, I just need to clean this out in here. And I think we're in pretty good shape. So, I will have to go to the gooseneck, I think, to get that cleaned out. Didn't want to, but... And this is where using that tool that Mike was showing us the other day would really come in handy. It's meant for doing another cut like this just right. And then I might have to get out my my flat for this one. That way it just sits right on there. I don't have any of Mike's hair bands for me to use today. I don't have the rubber band I mentioned the other day. Trying to do this very lightly so that I don't knock anything out. Getting pretty close. Is everybody else's butt muscles tensed as much as mine is right now? I gotta tell you, that's a butt clencher right there. I don't want this to come flying off now. I got it in a good spot, you know? It's coming along really nice. I would like to make that a little more thin, so I'm gonna keep trying it. Okay. Still kind of thick, but it's about where I want it. Don't need it to be too far in there. I'll give it another chance. Well, it's starting to give me a little beep, beep, beep. Means the battery's dying on that one. I'll just switch here. see if I can get in there just a little bit further. A little bit more control. That looks pretty good. I think we can stop it there. I think we can stop that there. And now we found another way to do these. All the same size basically, with all of the different patterns here. Just need to sand that down a little bit. And we'll be able to take that one off. See what we got here. Please hit that like button. We really want to get to 100 likes today. It makes the algorithm happy. I think I'm going to have to do that. Yeah, just a little bit. A little piece just came out of there too. Might have to fill that up later. But I just want to kind of clean up that. Maybe we got just a little bit too far on that one, guys. Yeah, pretty thin there. Pretty thin. I can still fix that up. I can fix that up from the inside, from the outside. I can just fill it into the back, so to speak. Not a wash yet. put a little finish on that, and like I said, I can fill it in from the back side of the miter, so that's not an issue. But I do need to fix this. There's a little something right there. So see if I can do that real quick. Right there. It's just really weird. I don't know where that came from because it's not part of what anything I touched. It just is the way the wood is right there. So I gotta try and take that in. I think I can just sand the rest of that out of there. This one has a little bit of odd wood, I think, in it. It has a little bit of tear out to it. Whew! That is dusty. Okay. Not going to fight this one any further. Like I said, it was a learning piece. I learned something. We all learn, right? Every time we turn, we learn. Get all that in there. You can feel that grit. It's kind of polishing it, even when just rubbing it like this. You can feel the grit working in there. Okay. Now we will spin it. See if we can get a little nicer. I'm going to try spinning backwards first. Now I'll go forward. I'm going to keep the speed up. And now I'm going to use the paper towel. And the paper towel lights on fire. Is that what it is, Eric? When the paper towel lights on fire, that's when that's when it's done. See, we lost a few people in here. Hey, Joseph. Wow, thanks for the gift memberships. I appreciate that quite a bit, Dan. You, gentleman and a scholar. Ah, there we go. There, I got some. Trying to get that wax out of there. Finally got it, I think. Yeah, it's going to need a little bit more work right in here because it has some rough spots. But you get the basic idea. Yeah, see, it just had tear out. This may just be a terrible piece to use. I may just junk this one because it's got some chatter in here, and there's no reason for it to have chatter. It should just turn smooth as everything else. But it's tearing out. There's a lot of tear out in there. So yeah, we'll toss this one. All that work, and it basically becomes a nothing more. But I did get nice and thin, and I did manage to get the inside, so that can be done. It's just a matter of making sure I don't have a knot that comes popping out. And the name of the polish, I don't have a name for that polish because I invented it, so I don't have a name for it yet. Till the fingers burn, yes. Well, that's kind of the idea. The polish is really good. The polish is working great, as you can see. It really does put a nice finish on the wood. But I'm still working on the formula a little bit, and I don't have a name for it at this point. So let me. We're going to toss this one to the side. And that'll probably just go in the junk pile later on. Unfortunately, always hate to waste a nice piece of wood. But I got its brother right here, same size. I had a different idea for him. It all depends on if the wood cooperates. This has a couple knots I noticed on the inside, on the bottom side here too. Normally these tabletops don't have much in the way of knots, but if they do have knots, they're on the bottom where you don't see them. If you're sitting at the table, this is what you would see, is just this nice finish. And you don't see the bottom. But so the member yet, as a member yet recipe, right? Yeah, it will be a member. It will be a member's recipe. Yes, people that are members will get the recipe once I get it all finished. It will be going out to the general public. So yes, Alex, that's answered your question. When I get it perfected, I will be putting it out for members for a while, and then eventually we may put it out for others. But I want to leave it for members right now. The basics of it, though, are beeswax, and there's a citrus oil, but there's 3 other oils in there, and the combination of 3 different oils helps penetrate the wood, helps get a little more strength, and helps it flow a little better. And that's what I'm working on. Is I want it to be not quite so stiff, but I also don't want it to be taken over by the oils, because I want the beeswax to be the prominent feature in it. So right now the beeswax is still a little bit stiff at room temperature. It's not hard. I mean, I can stick my finger into it, see, like this. So it is, and the pumice is the other big piece to this. So yeah, once I get it all perfected, I will be letting you guys know. Because I think a friction polish is always a nice thing to use before you put on your final finish, whatever that is. So, bride is starting hours, Jim Sketty. Oh, starting dinner. I see. Okay. All right, dinner time for some of you guys. I get it because it is. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock for some of you. The bell is ringing, right? And I understand that, guys. For you on the East Coast, for the guys on the West Coast, they're still working. So I don't even have the West Coast guys yet. And the people over in Europe, it's just a nice Friday evening, and it's sad if you don't have anything to do on a Friday night but watch me, Wilson. Wilson. but or Paul, if Paul's in here, I don't know. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys being in here, and let's before I do this one, I want to show you something else. I did want to make a little demonstration, and while I've got you guys here, before you run off to dinner, I wanted to show you this because I promised I would do it earlier. Okay, I got this nice big chunk here of oak that I've been working with a little bit. Okay, and there's one thing when you're turning, and of course you get a little out of balance. There, right? Of course that's at 1,000 RPM, but the point is you do get out of balance. Okay, so let's say we're at about 500 here. Okay, let me put my helmet on just for safety's sake right now, and I'll show you something. Now, not all of you have a digital readout, but if you do, okay, this is a really good way to gauge what could be going on. Unless you have a direct drive instead of a belt drive. What happens often as you are turning is that this number will go down. You'll be turning and they'll say let me just put it says 550 or 454, okay? And as I start to turn it, right now it's not go down to 406, but I got to 454. And if you really start digging in, you can really start slowing it down. See how it's slowing down? And you can read it over here. Now watch what happens when you stop turning after that. You see that pin-up energy? That pin-up energy is because it's binding up and it's got to release it, okay? So when you are turning, when you're going through this, if you see that this number is going down too much, maybe more than about 50 RPM, you want to soften up your cut because if you're going too fast or going too deep, this number is going to go down and it's going to show up when you stop. And so what that does when I'm doing this is I watch and I say, okay, I need to lighten my cut just a little bit, just ease up a little bit on the cut. So I'm not slowing down the machine too much. If I can find the right spot. Then it doesn't have any speed up at all when I'm done with the cut because I'm keeping it within its range. There's no pent up energy. So all I'm trying to show you here is make sure you're watching this. Use the meter as a help and try and keep that speed always the same. And if it's starting to slow down, that means that you're cutting in too deep or pushing too hard or pushing too fast. Okay? So when you back up just a little bit, you can keep that speed going and you'll go all the way through the cut nice and smoothly. Yes, you might have to make a few more cuts. It also may tell you that your blade is not as sharp as you think it is, because if it was, you would just be cutting through and not slowing it down. that's just a little extra thing to know, okay? So just wanted to pass that along. I'm not going to finish this bowl right now because that's going to be a long work piece on that. I'm going to go back to the other one, but I just wanted to kind of give you that little lesson. Use this speed to make sure that you're not lagging your machine too much and causing it to back up. Okay. So here we go again. I need to go fast on that. Good thing I don't have a beard like Mike, right? Okay. I think we'll kind of give this the dog dish look. Narrower at the top and wider at the bottom. And a little flat spot there, okay. Gonna have to go in a little bit. There we go. That's nice. I don't have to worry about a peg in this piece. I do have this though on the lip, so I'm going to have that little knot problem, but other than that, it should be pretty good. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Jose. You sent star for 2 joules. It's something I'm not quite sure how you do that, but thank you. Okay. You sent gold coin for 10 joules. Okay. Well, thank you there. And now we got a few people in the memberships too. By the way, our memberships are really cheap. They're 99 cents, just so you know. I know that YouTube wants you to start at $1.99, but I managed to get it down to 99 anyway. So it's less than $1 a month for a membership if you're all interested. More importantly, I'd like you to subscribe. Make sure you are a subscriber. So that's me is the most important thing. Subscribers, and then please, if you hadn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. We appreciate that a lot. There we go. Strip chipped all that off of there. Yeah, for some reason this wood is just nicer than the other piece was. All came from the same tabletop, but you know, you're getting different strips of wood in different places, and that makes a difference. Let's see, on this one, we've got 1, 2, 3, looks like 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3, and it does look like oak to me, but I couldn't swear to it. I'm not the one to put it together. That's pretty good, okay. Okay. All in one fell swoop there. There. I'm going to flip this over to the other side just to make sure I got a nice. Let's stick with this step first. Oh, I'm about a hair. Get the hair off. Thought I had that one. Got that nice. Put that around to the side here. Clean this up and we'll be ready to go. Okay. Do a little sanding on here and we'll be able to go. Let's see. Oh, you had 12 points, so you used them for bullet points? Okay. Let me turn this on for a minute. sanding. We had 10 estate sales here this week in the area. Not one of them had a decent number of tools.
This is from Rockland.
Oh, good. We'll do a little unboxing over here too. Wife says that we got a box, so let's do a little mail opening. While you're here, no sense making you wait for a special video or something for it. I think I know what it is. It's my fancy opener, my screwdriver. Okay. See what it is. Oh yes. The box is exactly the same size, of course. Don't you love tight packaging? There we go. So what I got is I got a holder for my tools, a holder caddy for my tools that I hope to attach. I'm in the process of remaking my entire lathe area here, so but basically your tools fit in around here, and then you can have some other things like a chuck or something like that sitting up in here. It's all held on to your lathe at the back end with this holder. So I guess I'm gonna have a little job to do after I get done with the live today, putting this together and seeing how this works, and we'll let you know in the future how it's going. Okay. I don't get sponsored by Rockler. I paid for this myself, and Rockler's not in the habit of sponsoring anybody anyway, I don't think so. Just not their thing. I know they like to charge a lot for things, but they don't sponsor too much. So okay, yeah, always fun to see a new tool coming in the house, right? Or in the shop. So we'll clean that out. Boy, there's a lot of stuff in there. Here we go. All right, so let me get a little. You know, this time, just for the fun, I'm just going to put the regular finish because I want to move things along a little bit. The ones I did, the other ones I did the Howards on it. So I think we'll do the Howards again. Because they don't really need any tongue oil or anything like that. Howards, because it's very liquidy, it goes right in. It makes the wood wet looking because it is. It's making the wood wet. Of course, the key to using Howard's is that you want to make sure you mix it up a lot all the time. Otherwise, when you get to the end, you're going to have either all liquid or all wax, because they tend to separate a little bit over time. So you want to certainly this is a much quicker finish too than using the friction polish. That makes my fingers hot. Woo. That's nice for the moment. The thing about Howard's is that it dissipates after a little bit of time, after maybe an hour. The shine kind of goes away and it stays a buffed look. So what I was looking for in the oils that I was using was a little bit different. Plus the pumice to give it a little more polish. But there's nothing wrong with using Howard. It's feed and wax. It does a perfectly fine job the way it is. Now see, that feels good. It doesn't feel as nice as when I use the other wax. So I can really feel the difference. So when we're done here, I might put the other wax on just to see if that takes away some of that feel. Okay? Do a little experiment. Okay, so let me get this off. I'm going to go put my Howard's away. Make sure I've got the battery here on my. There we go. I have a feeling I'm going to be due to get some new batteries here one of these days soon. And we'll take the faceplate off. A little bit like being a guy at the racetrack taking the wheels off all the time, right? It feels like can't quite do it as fast as they do. Hey, Paul, you made it. Hi, all. Must be pretty late in the evening for you, Paul. But please hit the like button like everybody else. I know you're already a subscriber, so I'm not going to ask you that. But anybody else who's that's not a subscriber that's in here, please hit the subscribe button. I think we hit 5,000 today, but I want to make sure we're well over 5,000 so that they don't take some of them away and we end up being like one or two short. Plus, if you're a subscriber, we're going to have a little giveaway next week to celebrate the 5,000, and you have to be a subscriber in order to be in the drawing for it. And you have to be watching next week. If you're not watching, well, you can always watch me on replay, but be better off for you if you were watching at the time. Okay, so all right. So I need to put a angled cut in here, and that's what we're doing on this one. Sort of like a doggy dish. And I think I need to sharpen this up because we went through that other hole and part of the one I was just demonstrating on. And I think this needs a little sharpening. So we will put it in our little thing here. We're going to have to adjust this, I know, because we're going to adjust it from the other one. Ah. That's good. Okay. Let's see if I can. I think we got that. We'll play that one a little close, but we'll see. Okay. We're going to put the helmet on. Okay, Eric, we'll see you in a bit. That's okay. I'll keep going here. Everybody else, please hit that like button and subscribe. We're going to start making the wood fly again. I think I can sort of kind of move it a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna have to lower this just a touch. It's funny, as you turn through this, you can tell you're hitting softer and harder pieces of wood because this is made with different ones. Hey Tim, I see something popped up on my screen. It says that you just finished your No Greater Love video. Everyone, check Tim's list out later and see what he put up there. Is that the crosses you were working on, Tim? I don't know if you're still on here, but if you are, hey Grandpa, how you doing? Please hit the like button, and if you can, Tim or Grandpa, subscribe. All us old men have to help each other, you know. So I could really appreciate if you subscribe. If you just got here, what I'm doing is I'm kind of making a dog dish form bowl to go with some of the other bowls that I made earlier. So each one has a different shape. And Tim, so I was right. Okay, well check out Tim's video, guys. Tim, if you want to put your channel name in there, go ahead. I don't know if Alex and Ron are in here, or if Ryan from 77 Rockets is in here yet, but I'm going to give it a chance to say the weather's too nice now, so I'm guessing we're not going to be spending Saturday morning trying to cut that sycamore down this weekend. I could be wrong. I haven't heard from Ryan, but I'm going to assume we're going to take advantage of this really nice weather we have today. Funny, we went through about 2-3 weeks of 100-degree weather every day. Every single day it was over 100 degrees and stifling hot. And all of a sudden we got this morning, it was 66 degrees. And it was 66 degrees, or 60, it was about under 70 degrees until about 9 o'clock. And I was like, wow, this is like early fall. Now, being California, we know it's not going to last. It's going 100 degrees are going to come back. There's Tim's YouTube channel, guys, if you want it. I'm just going to do a little depth check on this one. We've got a ways to go. I had a little snag in here too. Where did I snag? Right there. Where this knot was. That's where I'm getting snags. Okay. We'll have to deal with that. I'll tell you what, it is just a little sketchy going in there with a regular gouge. It's just a little sketchy going there. Whoa. We're doming here a little bit, so I want to keep the dome down. There. Now we're down to about where we want to be. I'm going to get all this out of here. Don't want to overcut it this time. Want to make sure that I get my shape. I think I can use my big scraper here. Whoa. Oh, that's why. We got this big cleaner. Okay. Well, we can work with this. We can work with this.
Clean that up. You get a little bit of this edge kind of cleaned up. Wow, that was just really tight in there. Let's see. Not sure if I can get in there. Yeah, that's just really tight in there. I'm going to have to see what I can do. Just not a lot of space. Yeah, I think I got that cleaned out. Now I just need to clean up this top part. Okay. Clean this off here. Okay, smoother. Got this over here. Boy, this wood just really is kind of Okay, I think we'll leave that one that way. Toys away. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. We were trying to get to 100 likes today. Don't know if we're going to do that, but we tried as best we could anyway. Looks like we're at about 51 likes, so any more people that want to do likes, I would appreciate that. For the rest of you, we'll finish this one off. Oh, look at all this. You wouldn't believe that much wood shavings come out of a little 2-inch wide bowl. But they do. Okay. This one I left wide on purpose just to give it a different look, a different scope. I think I can still work on that rim I just don't like that rim still. I want to work on the rim just a bit. Bear with me while I do that. I'm trying to round it over and take care of it with that nut or that knot that was right there. Trying to get that kind of cleaned out. You see what I'm trying to do. I don't want to have a catch. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. Sometimes you just have to go back in and try one more time. So we'll sand this down and try and get it to look like this. And we'll be done with this thing. Cleans that out a little bit. And we got past that knot situation. Okay. All right. That's where having these these scalped ones that come over the sides really help, because they can help you when you're coming down and slide right into that other area and get that area sanded out really nice and smooth too. Almost like when you're using the gouge. A real advantage over the flat ones. And we'll do this last one. Okay. Don't forget to check out Whacking Shack on Sunday on his Fun Days on Sunday, and all the other guys that are on the channel here. Please make sure that you give them all some love and show them some support too. We're all in this together. It's not one person, so all of us trying to show YouTube that there is a community out there that really does like to watch this sort of video and learn from it, and we help each other. And unfortunately, the algorithm doesn't really understand that. It understands people copying other people's stuff and putting it up and using AI and all this other crap. Oh, and this is real. This is not AI. So, hi Bill. Hey Shoops, you're back. Warming up in Ohio? Cool. Yeah, it's been hot. It's been hot as hell here, but it cooled off today beautifully. I don't know if it hit 90. It may have, I mean, we may have dropped like 10, 15 degrees in the last 24 hours as far as that goes. By the way, that is in the wood. That is not a mark. I know that looks like a mark, but I'm running my finger right over it. There is nothing there. That's just in the wood itself. So can't tell you what that is. Anyway, let's go ahead and put some wax on this one. And then we'll do a little bit of an experiment. Yeah, you know, I usually use the brush. I grabbed the rag, so I just thought I'd use it. It's on the outside again too. Just to give it a fair shot. We're going to do this, and then we're going to try it with the abrasive wax that I made, the finish wax I made, and see if that makes a difference in the field. Okay, so we're going to run this up. Get that really in there. Okay. I'm going to fix that just a little too. It looks like it's jumped just a little bit off the thing. Yeah, it did. A little bit. I wonder where the wobbling is coming from. Huh. There's a little bit of a wobbling, but not much. I'll just make sure it's tight so it doesn't come flying off. I mean, we're just polishing now anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue, but that's kind of weird. Okay, so there is the, that's the Howard's finish, and it has a nice feel to it. It's
It's good. Yeah, it's good and it's dry. Okay. Now I'm going to put a little bit of the this wax I've been working on. See if we can get a little bit better. A little bit in here. Put it on the outside. I can already feel the grit kind of working on this, just from doing it by hand, without even actually running at the speed. I can just feel it kind of in there. Yeah. Like I said, it's shaky just a little bit, but I think we'll be fine. I don't want to press into it too much. I'm only doing it about 800 RPM right now. Okay. And we'll pick up the speed a little more. And I think, you know, just for safety's sake, I'm going to put this helmet on. Since it is wobbling just a bit. Hope you don't mind. But I am going to protect myself just a hair. Unlike Mike and Shoot, I want to protect myself a little bit more here. Okay. Now I'm going to go back with the paper towel. It's clean. Yeah, it's already taking stuff off there. You can see some more of that came off. My hands got stuck on me now, but oh yeah. You can see there's more of a sheen to it. Much smoother. Yeah, that abrasive in there is really working. That friction polish is really making a difference. I think you friction polish it like that, and then maybe you finish it with Howard's later or something like that, or maybe I'll make my own with it. But Paul, I can't give you all the information right now because I'm still playing with the ingredients just a little bit, the measurements, and I'll have to make them for UK measurements and American measurements too. But when I get it all out, I will put it out on the members site for the members to see. Okay. Yeah, AI should not be allowed. Yeah, you're right. Well, that's true enough. Or at least when it comes to woodworking and things like that, we it's too much of a hands-on thing. Anyway, so this is the bowl, and like I said, these marks here are not. They must be in the wood because there is nothing there. It's a smooth surface. Feels really good. what I'll do here is I'll kind of take this off and I'll compare this with some of the other ones that I've done. And these are all done with just Howards, and that has just a little bit of a rough feel to it. I might put these back on since they all have tenons. I can put these back on, and I might just go back and use the finish wax or the friction wax on these, because these are a little bit rough feeling, just a tiny bit rough feeling compared to this one. So I think that's what I'll do. And we end up with 3 bowls and a small bowl. 3 bowls that are roughly the same size actually, but all different shapes. There's 1, 2, 3 different shapes in this one. I'm going to toss that other one because I just do not like how that came out. The wood's just kind of crap on the bottom. So, but those will be going out to the next craft show. What other questions you guys have while everybody's still in here? It's been a little over 2 hours, and I really appreciate everybody being in here. And I don't know what our likes are like, but we're trying to get we were 5 away in our subscribers before we got into today. We were 5 away from 5,000. So hopefully we got 5 subscribers today. I don't know if I can look here and see. It doesn't show right now, but we might have gotten 5 or 6. That would be great. If we did, that's fantastic actually. But would like to have a few more than that, because usually after they evaluate everything, they usually take away a couple subs because they're robots or something like that. So if any of you are not subscribed, oh hey Jamie, thank you. If you guys don't know Jamie at Boondock Builds, he puts out some of the funniest and best little videos. I know he's been really busy, but check out his site. So check out Boondock Builds. He has a lot of good videos. In fact, he has some from last holiday season that you may want to get started on now. And also, let's see, Tony Turns Wood that's in here. Thank you very much. Grandpa, thank you, and Shoops, and everybody else that's been here. I want to thank everybody for helping us get to 5,000. It was never my intention, actually. My intention was just to put up I was answering a lot of questions all the time, and thought that the best way to do that was just to go ahead and start a site and put some tips up there. That's why it's called 2-minute tips. And then YouTube decided that anything longer than 2 minutes was considered a long video, and long videos just don't get watched very much. So then they said push shorts. So we tried doing shorts. Then it said no, people like to watch lives and then shorts. So then we started doing lives. But lives aren't the same thing as what I started off doing. What I started off doing was just doing this so that I could teach other people how to be safe and how to have fun and do different things. So I think we've accomplished that, and we're going to continue. We are going to continue, but it's not for the subs or anything like that, or the memberships. It's for the fact that we like getting in the shop and sharing things. So you're all part of that group, and I really appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and stop it here today. I don't need to go for 3 or 4 more hours. Got lots of more wood to turn. I've got a wall full of wood to turn over here. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more turnings, but and we're going to get back to some more traditional types of turnings, like live edge bowls and things like that in the next week or so. And I will come up with something. Maybe it'll be a pen or something like that we'll do as a giveaway for the for hitting 5,000. We'll do a little celebration next week. So please be there for that. And thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you.